Russell Wilson is who we saw he was last year. You know what I mean? And whether Sean Payton is there or not, Russell Wilson ain't Drew Brees, and hopefully he can beat Drew Brees because that's what they hoping for in Denver. But nah.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast preview of the AFC West. I am your host, Dr. Keith Adams, and with me today, making his maiden voyage, my favorite high school sports announcer, Casey Gilmore. It's been too long, sir. How are you, sir, on this fine taping day? Thank you for joining us.
Man, I'm blessed, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Coach Adams. Man, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. And also sitting in is my point guard. He's getting comfortable at it. Sean Sears. Sean, the next special time for you, sir.
We repping.
All right, so fans, as we preview the AFC West in segment one, we'll give you the overall team totals, talk about strength of schedule. We do all of these things strictly for entertainment purposes only. Segment two, major stories for the entire season for the AFC West. And in segment three, our predicted order of finish. But first, Sean, I'm going to start with you. Kansas City, 11.5 over under. And they have the 16th strength of schedule. They've got a pretty average schedule. Is it lining up for KC? What do you think?
Yep. It's line up for them again. That's what I think. It's lining up for them again, man. They have the 16th toughest schedule.
Yes, man. They are average, right in the middle.
and man, yeah, it's lined up for them again.
11.5. So you're taking the over, Sean?
I'm taking the over on KC. Yes, I am.
Okay. Casey, 11.5, 16th, toughest schedule. What are we at?
I got over. I got the over. Most likely their toughest challenge is going to be Cincinnati at the end of the year. That division they're going to pretty much walk through.
Hey, watch yourself, man.
Hey, it's all good. I know you're a Raiders fan, but you're a Raiders fan, so that division is pretty much a walkthrough. So over, easy over.
So Casey, we've got
yes, sir.
We've got the Los Angeles Chargers, 9.5 over under 12 strength of schedule. What do you think about the Chargers?
We're gonna take the over.
Take the over on the Chargers?
I think that's an easy over as well. Their strengths are consistent. Their defense is consistent. Like that. That's a low number to me.
All right, Sean. What about you? 11.5, 12th strongest schedule there. Over under.
I'm taking the under. They still got that playoff game in the back of their heads. Taking the under.
Okay, taking the under. Casey, I'm going to go back to you. Denver, 8.5 over under. Tied for 12th in terms of strength of schedule. And a coach talking a lot of crap. What are you thinking about Denver?
Oh, man. The targets is on their back. That's an under, man. I think Russell Wilson is who we saw he was last year. You know what I mean? And whether Sean Payton is there or not, Russell Wilson ain't Drew Brees, and hopefully he can beat Drew Brees because that's what they hoping for in Denver. But nah, I don't see it. But their offense is stacked, and if Javonte can get right, they're gonna be a problem. But I just don't see it.
Okay, Sean, Denver 8.5 and 12 on the strength of schedule. What do you think?
Coach is talking spicy before you even play any games. That's a recipe for disaster. Give me the under.
Under. Okay.
You can't be talking this spicy and y'all haven't played no games and you acting like Kay said. What we saw from Russell Wilson is not going to be different from this year. Like Sean Payton ain't about to change too much things. So yeah, give me the under.
All right, and then Sean. Here we go with the Raiders. 7.5, 10th toughest schedule in the league. What you got, buddy?
Jimmy G. It's Jimmy G. how many games is he going to play for us? That's the real question. Because Brian Hoyer, we don't know. So you got to go with the under. We're the Raiders, man. Got to go with the under. It sucks to say it, but I got to be real.
Casey, what do you think about the Raiders, sir?
Man, the Raiders are in a complete rebuild, man. The under, if they win 7 games, the Raiders fans should be happy.
Okay. All right. So fans, when we get back, we're going to talk major stories in the AFC West. We'll be right back on the iCoaches podcast.
The reviews are in for Dr. Keith Adams' book, Finding the Balance, My Personal Journey to Academic and Athletic Success. College professor and student athlete academic expert Dr. Lisa Rubin said, "There is nothing out there like this book, so I do hope people will pay attention and give it a read." Former George Mason standout Folarin Campbell said, "Consider this book an opportunity to work directly with Dr. Adams just like I did. I assure you that there will be something you can take away that will be useful to you throughout your personal journey." Ryan Waite, a recent college graduate who is a software engineer, said, "I like how the book is based on research, which makes it good for general students as well as student athletes." The book serves as both a memoir to Dr. Adams' 30-year academic and athletic career, as well as an instructional guide to assist student athletes, parents, coaches, teachers, and administrators navigate through the challenges of finding a better balance between academic and athletic success. The book includes over 15 personal stories and anecdotes from Dr. Adams, along with numerous former players and colleagues from a variety of sports and endeavors. You can order your copy at www.ckasaveproject.org. From the main page, simply click CKA Save Project Services and order the Find the Balance book. For more information, contact Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Odd Coaches podcast. In segment 2, we're going to talk about the major stories of the AFC West. And in addition, my favorite two-sport athlete has jumped in. Mike Evans is joining us for segments 2 and 3. Good to see Pokey. So, Pokey, I'm going to jump on with you, sir. Can Kansas City repeat?
Absolutely. I got 2 of my brothers on here. They'll let you know I wasn't a big Patrick Mahomes fan. But after seeing this Netflix document, hey, man.
I heard it was good. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was good.
Oh, it's good. It's dope.
I'm on it, Coach. I'm on it. Patrick Mahomes definitely will repeat again. But like I said, I got the Eagles upsetting them in the Super Bowl.
All right, we're going to stick with the AFC West. And Casey, what do you think? Can Kansas City repeat?
Coming out the AFC, absolutely they can repeat. I'm interested to see what I think it's Matt Nagy brings back to that offense as opposed to Eric Bieniemy. But he's a member of that Andy Reid tree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you ain't losing much. They lost their tackle. Chris Jones ain't there yet, but I think all that works out in the end. I think they can repeat. They can come out of the AFC. Can they repeat as a championship? I don't know because I haven't talked no NFC with y'all. But can they repeat as a Super Bowl? Can they repeat coming out the AFC? Absolutely.
Okay, Sean, what do you think about Kansas City? Can they repeat?
As long as they got Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, they can repeat.
They can repeat? Okay. All right. So, Casey, I'm going to go to you. Is this the Chargers' year to break through? You got Herbert getting the money. He's got the bag. GTB, as we say on the show, get the bag. They've underperformed. What do you think? Is this the Chargers' year to break through?
I don't think so because they still have some holes on defense. They got Bosa. They got Derwin James. They have an offense that all Justin Herbert has to do is throw the ball up. He doesn't have to put the ball on point. Just throw the ball somewhere. These catch radiuses are crazy. But is this the year to break through? Nah, because Kansas City is still there.
Okay. Sean, what do you think about the Chargers?
Like I told you, no, they still think about that playoff game. They ain't breaking through.
They're not breaking through. All right, Charger fans going to be mad at you. Mike, can they break through, man? They got their quarterback for the next 7 years. This should be their time to settle in and let's do this. What do you think?
They definitely got their quarterback for the next several years, but they still need pieces. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right. Next question. Mike, I'm going to stay with you. Is Sean Payton the answer? And I ask this because as a coach, a lot of times you do your best to deflect attention away from your players. Sean Payton did that at the highest of levels by insulting another coach, which is actually against the coaching code. Russell Wilson is not good anymore based on data, not feelings and emotions. He's got his money. He's got his beautiful wife. He's got his beautiful family. Hadn't been hungry in a while. Belly's full. His talent level has deteriorated. How is Sean Payton going to do this? And one last thing about Sean Payton, this guy's only won one Super Bowl with Drew Brees. That's it. One. He is the dynasty of one, as we jokingly say with a lot of folks. And now he's coming in talking loud, talking about people, talking about gambling with the players and the this and the man. Mike, is he the answer?
No. Like you said, all the things you mentioned. I believe Russell Wilson is done. I think he's washed. We've seen the best of him. Yeah, nah, man. And you spoke on it. The whole speaking out on the coach. I thought that was, that's bad character right there. And I'm not the one to say anything about that coach. You coached me in the past, so yeah, I think Sean Payton again had to make a splash, had to come in, make some noise. To do everything you said, take the heat off his quarterback and a bad season that the team had last year. So yeah, Sean Payton's not it.
All right, Sean, I'm going to you as my coach on the floor. Legitimately, is Sean Payton the answer?
No, I don't think he's the answer. I don't think he's the answer at all. He's like you said, he's won one Super Bowl with Drew Brees. One Super Bowl
and a miracle season, by the way, after the hurricane. All
after
of
the
these things happened. And then since then,
they ain't been doing nothing.
Nothing.
You're right. So I don't think he's the answer for Denver.
Okay. And Casey, what do you think? Is Sean Payton the answer, or am I being too hard on him? You could think I'm being too hard on him. What do you think, sir?
I think Sean Payton absolutely is the answer in Denver. And if simply put, you need a coach. You saw what happened with Nathaniel Hackett last year. It was a poop show. You know what I mean? Like, so you need a leader of men. That's the first thing. That's the first thing you need. And Sean Payton is that. And we know what Sean Payton is from the time where they had the Bounty Gate and all that other stuff. Like, we know who Sean Payton is. He's a leader of men. And though they've only been in one Super Bowl, they've been competitive year in and year out. And
so are the Bullets under Wes Unseld.
Yeah, but at the peak of that time, the NFC South was a cutthroat division. You know what I mean? So I think Sean Payton is the answer. I don't think it's a 1-year solution. I think the long term, he's there to change a culture. Where you have a brand new owner, you have a coach, Nathaniel Hackett, who was there last year, who kind of changed, and they're needing somebody to build a culture. So I absolutely think that he's the answer.
All right. Okay, Sean, we're going to give you the floor. Who's quarterbacking for the Raiders? Talk to
Jimmy G until he gets injured, and then it's Brian Hoyer. Oh man, I can't believe we signed that guy. But yeah, that it's going to be Jimmy G until he gets healthy, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But we know it's going to happen from looking at his past years.
All right, so because Sean is our Raiders guy, I'm comfortable with Sean and his melancholiness. So when we get back, fans, we're going to do predictions for the postseason with the AFC West. Sorry, I hate seeing my point guard look this depressed.
It's-
We'll be right back.
It's sad,
Yeah,
man.
Coaches.
The high school and college academic and athletic landscape is changing. The growing number of college transfers, as well as student athletes being able to profit off the use of their name, image, and likeness, has given student athletes the freedom and power to make life-changing decisions. That is why it is important for student athletes to be properly informed throughout the decision-making process. The difference between success and failure is often measured not by yards, but by inches, and even the most successful coaches and players use outside independent consultants to help improve their decision-making, which improves their results. That is what the CKA Save Project would like to do for student athletes across the country, improve their academic and athletic results. Our academic and athletic consulting services assist student athletes with the college decision-making process. The CKA team of former high school and college coaches can provide student athletes an independent assessment of their academic and athletic skills to assist student athletes in their college decision-making process. Let the CKA team evaluate your academic and athletic ability to assist you in finding the right fit for your academic and athletic career. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free virtual consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast. And in segment 3, we are going to make predictions on the postseason as we talk about the AFC West. So in terms of order of prediction, let's take a look at this. So I've got Kansas City as 1, ain't no doubt about that. I got the Chargers at 2. Sean, I got your Raiders at 3, and I got Denver at 4. Casey, your projected order of finish for the AFC West. What do you have, sir?
We're gonna go Kansas City. We're gonna go the Chargers. We're gonna go Denver, and then we're going Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, then the Raiders. Okay, Sean, what you got? Projected order of finish.
We ain't coming last, man. We ain't coming last. We ain't coming last, man. We might have Brian Hoyer as our backup, but we ain't coming last.
Last.
Who? We got Marcus Peters,
What is your projected order of finish?
KC, Chargers, Las Vegas Raiders, then the Denver Broncos.
Okay, Pokey, save the segment. What's your projected order of finish?
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Sean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Casey, who's going to be in the playoffs? I got Kansas City and the Chargers. Who do you have coming out of the West for the playoff?
You got it right, sir. You got it right. Kansas City and the Chargers.
All right. Sean, what about you? Who are the teams coming out of AFC West for the postseason?
Kansas City and the Chargers.
Okay. Pokey.
Kansas City and the Chargers.
All right. And is there a Super Bowl team here? KC's looking good and they're playing nobody. I got KC as the possible Super Bowl winning team, or at least coming out of the AFC. Casey, what are you thinking? Any team from the AFC West?
It'll be Kansas City unless Patrick Mahomes, knock on wood, somehow, can't power that team. And then if that's the case, then look for the Chargers. But other than that, God willing, the creek don't rise is going to be Pat Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Mike, Super Bowl winner coming out of the West?
Kansas City would be there. But like I said, man, I'm pulling for Philly for the upset.
Okay. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, man. Kansas City is going to be there. It's like Kay said, as long as Pat Mahomes is healthy, they got the 16th toughest schedule.
Playing nobody, baby.
They're playing nobody.
Nobody.
They're going to have a bunch of 40 burgers this year. It's going to be crazy.
But that's their division, though. Their division is part of that 16th, power ranking.
Yeah, they got to play the Broncos and the Raiders both twice. So that's
right.
That's 4 victories for them.
Yeah.
All right. So fans, we have covered the AFC West. Should be an interesting division this year. Kansas City's got it on lock. So on behalf of these cavalcade of stars, I'm Dr. Keith Adams saying thank you for listening and or watching the Odd Coaches Podcast, and we will see you on the sidelines. Till next time, take care.
The Odd Coaches podcast is sponsored by the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project is an industry leader in providing student-athlete academic and athletic support. From assessing student-athletes' academic and athletic skills, to measuring and monitoring student-athlete academic progress, to improving student-athlete time management and organizational skills, the CKA Save Project provides wraparound services for student-athletes from middle school through college. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by emailing cka@ckasaveproject.org. We hope you enjoyed today's show. The Odd Coaches podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday through Friday on most weeks. Make sure you subscribe to the Odd Coaches podcast on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow the Odd Coaches podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Odd Coaches. Follow Dr. Adams on Twitter and Instagram at CKA Save Project. In addition, follow Coach Mike Francis on Twitter and Instagram at Coach Franchise, spelled Coach Franchize. For more information about the CKA Save Project, please visit them on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org. See you next time on the Odd Coaches podcast.